Governments and organizations have adapted to a changing world by offering more services online that require remote identity verification, including high-risk and high-value services that once had to be performed in person. This is true whether they're onboarding new individuals, authenticating returning users, or providing physical access. And while security is paramount, ease of use is a must. However, commonly used authentication methods often do not protect high-value services from motivated cybercriminals. The challenge is, how can you align the appropriate verification methods for your use case and the risk of the activity? To identify the right verification method, consult the iProov Spectrum of Identity Assurance. With the Spectrum of Identity Assurance, you can balance an individual's activity and the contextual data you have available with the risk of their activity to help find the right technology option. Activity matters. Organizations may need greater security levels depending on the activity. For example, onboarding a new user versus authenticating a returning user. Risk matters. Providing remote access to activities that can be monetized by criminals raises your risk level and your security requirements. Security requirements may vary depending on the activity, but usability and inclusivity must always remain high. Your identity verification methods must be device agnostic and perform irrespective of age, gender, cognitive ability, or skin tone. Otherwise, you exclude a portion of your user base. In short, a user's activity and context, usability, and the organization's risk appetite all contribute to a complex set of identity verification requirements. To remotely verify a user's identity, you need a combination of these three things: knowledge, or something they know; possession, or something they have; or inherence, something they are. Many existing technologies rely on something you know or have, but these can be easily compromised by cybercriminals. For a high-risk use case, they do not provide the level of assurance required. The flaw in many authentication methods is that they rely heavily on these two factors. It is more difficult to compromise inherence, something you are, which makes biometrics a much more secure technology. A person's biometrics are unique to them, but not all biometrics are created equal. You need biometrics that incorporate liveness to prove the individual is a real person and not a spoof or presented artifact. The ability to determine liveness is a key differentiator in biometrics. Only liveness that incorporates real-time biometrics can provide resilience against generative AI and other spoofing technologies. Using the iProov Spectrum of Identity Assurance decision tool will help you match the right technology for your security needs. Visit www.iproov.com/spectrum to learn more.